everybody, and welcome back to another AGP Creator Podcast. As always, I am your host and the owner-operator of AGP. I am Amanda Gilliam, and today we have the duo team to end all duo teams. You may know of the Hardy Brothers, but these guys play hard, and they have a wild time. They have an amazing Kickstarter out right now called The WYLD, The Ambush at Death Gorge. It is an amazing, beautifully drawn comic, and I'm hoping that you all see the love and care in that they put into this as much as I have. So introducing the two amazing D-Generation Xophers. First up is Lee!
Guys.
And next up, that's the other half of the amazing Xopher team is the one, the only Nate!
Hey everybody! Sorry I can't match that energy.
I always try to come up with really cool, inventive ways to play with people's names and stuff.
Oh, great! I feel ready.
Yeah.
You are not part of this.
Uh-oh.
I told you as soon as I started. I warned you, boy. She was coming.
Dog time.
So, hey, okay. First off, there are none. No, you want to know why? Because you pushed the computer chair up to the desk and you ate the entire bag yesterday. And I haven't been able to go to the store. So you don't get one. Have a nice day. By the way, that was his gig, named from the Dark Crystal, because I'm that nerdy.
Wait, you're nerdy? Since when?
Just a little. Just a little. So how have you guys been? I have not seen you guys since Gem City, which was almost a year ago.
Yeah, almost a year ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You guys are coming back, right?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the one show you guys have to show up to, mainly because I'm there, right?
Sure. That's mostly it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we always have a blast at Gem City. You can't keep us away.
It's grown. It's not as small as it used to be. That's definitely for sure.
Yeah.
But there's still that home feeling because we know almost everybody that's there. That is it's comfortable. So even if like the worst thing in the world, like meteorites struck down and half of the world was in an apocalypse, we still go because we get to hang out with everybody, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's just hope that doesn't actually happen.
Yeah. I mean, who knows anymore? But yeah, I know. I think Gem City is always kind of special for us because that was actually our first Comic-Con that we ever did.
Aww.
Way back in 2010.
Oof. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. You remember those years, Amanda?
2010. Oh wow.
It was still at Wright State.
Oh it was still at Wright State.
Yeah, just in that little. They had the side room with the artists and then the bigger room with the vendors.
Because it went from Wright Straight to that gymnasium, and then from the gymnasium to the Dayton Convention Center.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just going 2010. How many years ago was that? Oh, Lord have mercy.
It was 12 years ago.
I know. I was 30. Matter of fact, your guys' first show, I was still living in Florida. I hadn't even gone to that show yet.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
I was still living in Florida back in those days. Going to Dragon Con, going, party! Instead of running them, I was going to them, partying at them.
It's definitely different working a convention than just attending one.
Oh, yeah. Especially my favorite thing is when Jesse's like, yeah, and this is the person who talked to, and I'm going, it's okay. It's all right. It's like, dude. So funny little joke. Because he puts me down because I have a table and I do panels there. He puts my, AGP down as a guest.
Yeah.
And he has all these people all bunched up together, and he sends out this massive email to everybody. And I always get the same email. And in the email, it says, if you have any issues, you could talk to my assistant, Amanda Gilliam. Oh, can I now? Can I talk to her? I hope she's friendly. It's just like, you could pull my stuff out of there, Jesse. I think I know where I'm going to be the entire time. Yeah. It's all right. You don't have to lump me in there. It's kind of weird when I see emails coming from you or my name's attached to them. Hey, you got an email from Jesse and Amanda.
Yeah.
Why? I don't remember sending this. When did this happen?
Right.
So, Lee, you've been on the show before. Nate, this is your first time, so welcome.
First time. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's
I do.
awesome.
I love the different dynamics in the background. Super nerdy.
Mhm.
Lee, super nerdy. Nate, you need some color.
Yeah, I'm on my wife's side of the room. The other side, well, is kind of a mess right now because we've had too many conventions in a row. But yeah, I moved a couple of my bookshelf items behind me, but now I'm sitting in front of it, so you can't even see it. So.
You can see like one turtle comes around his shoulder
Yeah.
like every now and again.
Right.
It's just, I just love the difference. Like Lee has this huge, massive. Look at it. Nate's like, I live in this white room. Normally, I'm wearing a straight jacket. It's okay. So,
It's safe here.
what's it like to finally get really back into going to conventions? Because we've all had the issues. We've all been having to deal with going back to places, trying to get a little bit of normality. Is it nice going back?
Yeah, it's real nice going back. Conventions are always like a mixed bag, you know.
Mhm.
Like I'm always super pumped to get there, and super pumped once I'm there. But by the time the weekend's over, I'm like, oh my god, I need to do it's so much work. Why do I do this?
Yeah.
So it's fun going back into that cycle.
Yeah. What was our first show back? Was it anime or something?
I think it
I don't
was
remember.
Anime Ohio.
So it was a small show. It's
Yeah.
a great show if you guys are in the Dayton, Cincinnati area or Southern Ohio. Anime Ohio is great. But yeah, I remember we went and we set up the night before and just set up. It was like, oh, we used to do this like every month.
Yeah, and it's like, how do we do this? I feel like this used to be a lot smoother.
Yeah, it was definitely clunky the first time. And then,
Well,
yeah, someone came up and asked about the WYLD, and I hadn't given the elevator pitch in over a year. And I was like trying to think through it, and I was like, oh no, I'm leaving stuff. This is not right.
it's a comic. It's got animals. Yay.
So yeah, that first one was a little rough, but a couple hours in, I think I was back in.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
By the way, let me point something out to all you creators and people. Can you be a little bit like the ex-bros here? When the weekend's done and it's like, thank you so much for coming, go home. They pack up, they go home.
Yeah, get out of there. Do people hang around like it?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I'm there till like the last person breaks down. And, oh no,
Right.
there's still somebody here. Let me go. No, would you please go break down your crap and get out? I want to go home and it's an hour drive.
Yeah.
I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I want to go lay down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I usually am by the end of the show. It's like I just need to lay down. I've been on my feet for 3 days.
Yeah. Just need to not talk to people for a little bit.
It's like, I love it. I got it. Okay, go away.
Right.
Yep.
I'll see y'all. I will talk to you all online. We could chit chat there. I've seen enough of you. It's all right. It's like Thanksgiving dinner. This was great. Go away.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just for me. It's more. I'm because going there. Yeah, I stay in a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
don't like sleeping in hotel rooms. I want to sleep in my bed with my dog.
Yeah, it is.
Come on, Nate, you got a dog. You know that feeling. Where's my dog?
Right. Yeah.
I want my dog. So you guys have something that I think is absolutely amazing. Reading now, I have shame on both of you because I have never read any of the other issues. Yeah.
Why is that our fault?
Because it can't be mine because I'm perfect.
Sure.
But you know me, that means I read through everything that I could on the Kickstarter, and I'm just like, how is this not a cartoon series? Because it has that DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, old school 80s, 90s feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love it. And
Thanks.
you actually mentioned this comic. It's called The WYLD, and your Kickstarter running right now is The WYLD Ambush at Death Gorge.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
By the way, I want everybody to look really closely at this wolf. Now, I want everybody to look at Nate real quickly. Do you see it? Even the eyes. You have it. Look at the eye. You even had, that's you. You made yourself a wolf.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Everybody's got to have a persona, right?
So, guys, tell everybody a little bit, if they have never been able to meet you or read The WYLD, tell them a little bit about this comic series.
Yeah. Do you want to hit it first, Lee?
Sure, yeah. So The WYLD is a comic about a world of animals that's been returned to the law of the jungle after the fall of their magical kingdom. So we sort of mix, if we're doing like movie pitches, it'd be sort of like Zootopia meets Mad Max with a little bit of Lord of the Rings in there.
Nice. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, we have 4 issues, or the 4th issue is out right now. We're doing the Kickstarter for the 4th. 3 issues in. The first story arc is going to be 6 issues, so we'll be like there'll be some ending, and then we'll continue after that. But right now, our eye is on 6 to get through.
Nice.
Looks like Nate has the 3 printed issues right there.
Nice. Put it back up. Put it back up.
So we've got the first 3 here.
Nice.
Yeah. Starting with Before the Storm, sliding into Welcome to the Cordati, and then Chapter 3, Fight or Flight. So yeah, like Lee was saying, it's a continuing story. We do get a lot of questions about that, if each one's kind of standalone. But no, the story is building over time, and yeah, building up to really exciting stuff that I can't wait for everybody to see.
So, going through this, and I just want to kind of show off a little bit of the amazing work that you guys have done on here. Like, this is like a little bit, this tells a little bit about the backstory, about how, you know, there was once like this kind of utopia thing, magic existed, then evil Nate Wolf went and slaughtered everybody, and that was the end of magic. And then all of a sudden, and then you see this thing where it's like, here, take my puppy. And, you know, you do something that's been done before, you know, of the little fish out of water raised by people that, you know, it's not, you know, he's Mowgli, and those are the wolves, just kind of reversed. But the fact is that it is reversed. So it's really interesting to see the different dynamic of, instead of a carnivore trying to be raised by herbivores.
Right. Well, I mean, the Jungle Book, it's good that you mentioned that. You know, Mowgli was raised by wolves. That's sort of in our pop culture mindset. Raised by wolves is a thing, right? So we wanted to flip that on its head and have a wolf who is raised by sheep. And what does that do to the character? Right? So
very malnourished because they ain't doing any of the killing.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
a vegetarian wolf, yeah. But he's struggling to, you know, reconcile his hunter instincts with his more civilized upbringing, and that's where a lot of the drama comes from for our main character, Rock.
And that's him right there.
Yes.
That's him right there.
Well, you know what? I'll say this: he doesn't look very malnourished, so obviously the greens were okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, gorillas are vegetarians and they're beefy.
They're omnivores; they eat anything.
They don't eat sheep.
Have we given them one yet? I mean, I'm gonna say this. I mean, obviously, yes. This is family friendly, so even kids can read it. So it's not like they're going in and going, all right, pups, it's time for, okay, kids, let's go brush your teeth. Come here, Core, come here. All right, and what are you doing? I'm brushing your teeth. It feels like you're filing down my canines. It's brushing your teeth, sweetheart. But I think that it would be and his story, you did do that in the first issue.
I know,
See,
it should be a cartoon.
I told you I've already figured out this is a cartoon series, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the story that you have here seems like something that could work like a Darkwing Duck or a DuckTales, where there is a full story arc within the realm,
Mhm.
but you can also have individual stories that go along that people can stand alone and still not be completely lost along the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And I just like this guy.
Techos. Yeah.
He's so adorbs.
He's
Yeah.
a fan favorite for sure.
Yeah. Everybody likes a tortoise with a giant hammer. Who knew?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that was such a great discovery that people just immediately flocked to Techos. Fun fact, I kept pushing for him to be a kangaroo. And and Lee was like, we can't have all mammals in the main
Yeah.
cast.
No.
I had to really think, and like you pointed out, I got the Ninja Turtles behind me. And so I was like, could I do a turtle? Let me play with that. And then I know, yeah, Lee is really great to bounce ideas off of during the whole development of this. And he was saying, like, we need, height difference between the characters. So he can't just be a turtle, like he's a giant tortoise. So yeah, he's clear, like heads above the rest in terms of size. He's definitely like the tank of the team.
He's the tank / gentle giant.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, look at him.
Yeah.
And this is where I have to absolutely commend your guys' artwork, because you can look at him right there. You don't even have to read anything. Just look at him right there. Don't even read it. And you can already know he likes to work on stuff. He's a big softy, but he's definitely the tank. And if you push him, that may be the last thing you ever do.
Yeah, watch out if you push him.
Right.
You can tell exactly who he is, and that speaks volumes, because one of the things that people don't seem to understand is when it comes to being creators, and especially with comics, for me, it's not it has to be very well drawn and written. And the way that you two seem to work, you guys could write this. You could do those famous silent issues, and people would know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I've definitely had that idea. I don't think we'll do that anytime soon, but it would be really cool to do.
Because, like I said, your artwork speaks volumes, and people can already see you guys are really good at allowing these characters to the way they express themselves. You know exactly what they're thinking. You know exactly the emotions that they're going through without ever having to put any words on pages.
Yeah.
And I think that's very awesome. So I wanted to congratulate both of you on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I know
really
for me,
that.
yeah, for me personally, like the acting is very important in the characters.
Yeah.
For the people who don't know, Nate is the artist for this book. I'm writing it, but I'm an artist also. I do my own comics as well. And so, the acting, as I call it, I don't know if that's what other artists call it, but that's something that's very important to me. I want it to look like they're saying whatever is in the bubble, you know? And sometimes the challenge is like, if the sentence changes, you know, like if it were animation or acting, like the face would change throughout the sentence or the two sentences or whatever. So it's challenging to figure out what word to focus on for the person to be saying at that time. If you want to know, I typically go for whatever the last emotion is in the line, just because I feel like you read it and then you look at the picture. So that's how it works for me.
Like right here, this is all mine. And the fault, you know, that word's gonna, with him holding those eggs in his hands, that word fault, just, it's a gut punch.
Yeah.
It really is. By the way, I keep going to the turtle because I'm just hearing this. Oh, hi guys, I got it. It's okay, guys. And then Rock's like, slow, steady. Thanks for the help. And he's like, like I can hear it. Like I can hear the full animation of it.
Yeah.
But again, that's one of the reasons why I was just absolutely stoked when you were like, hey, we got this Kickstarter, and I was like, okay. And I just got the link because it was easier for me to grab it from you.
Mhm.
And I was like, I'm gonna go check this out. Oh yeah, I definitely want you guys on the show because I love comics like these.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I like my more graphic novel stuff too, but this is the stuff I grew up with. This is the stuff that gets me excited. And
Yeah.
this would be something that I could see on Netflix or, Hulu or something that people would watch and people would enjoy or, sit down with their kids and have a little bit of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you know somebody at Netflix,
I know.
let
Netflix
us
hit
know.
me up.
Let me work on that. And the characters are really cool looking. I mean, Vespa, yeah,
Mhm.
she's
Yeah.
kind of hot for a bug.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, Nate.
I was gonna say she's full of attitude, and I think that pulls it through a lot.
Yeah, she is. She has a lot of attitude. What I was going to say is that, one of the reasons I wanted to work with Nate is because of his style, his art style. I mean, obviously we're brothers, and so we already have a good relationship. But I was like, he does things that I don't do, and it's like I want to work with that. I want to be a part of that and see what we can do together.
Yeah.
By the way, that Naruto piece you did, Nate,
Yeah.
dude, that was bank.
Thanks. Yeah, I had such a fun time drawing that one. Yeah, it's a newer anime for me. I know it's been around, but I'm slow on the anime train. And I was like, oh man, what a fun character. He's just like this little ninja dude in a world of ninjas, like just all these different groups just running around, and it's like that's so cool. And then
Wait,
yeah,
you're new to like, are you new to anime? Is this like something new you're getting into? Because, honey, I'm like the veteran of anime.
yeah,
I got you.
yeah, yeah, send me your recommendations for sure. I've watched a few, but yeah, it's something that I'm getting more and more into. So like you mentioned, like DuckTales and all these like cartoons, we grew up with, and that's definitely a major influence on me. I know, like Lee said, he's also an artist. He has a very distinct style also, but it leans more towards your like what you would see in traditional comics. And then my stuff has always been more influenced by cartoons. So it's so cool to hear that like you see this as a cartoon, like you can imagine how it all moves and flows, and because that's 100% like what's in my mind as I'm drawing all of this. Like, I can see it all, and like Lee was saying, it's not just the expression, but everything. Like what photograph do you take? What one screenshot do you get from this little bit of dialogue or this action or whatever? And yeah, this is actually my first comic series that I've worked on, and I was honestly nervous at first because it's so intimidating. And like most of my stuff, you draw a character and you draw them in a cool pose, and they're making their signature look. Like if it's an angry character, you give him an angry face. If it's a jovial character, whatever, mischievous character. But then it's like, yeah, like Lee was saying, the acting. So it's like Rock is kind of a grumpy guy because he's so confused and kind of fallen into this adventure. But then it's like, well, if he's grumpy, but then he's also surprised, like, what does that look like? If he's grumpy, but he's having a nice moment with a friend, like, what does that look like? And it's been just such a fun time. And yeah, Tekos is a special challenge because he's a non-speaking character, like he's deaf and mute. So he would actually be a great one to do like that silent comic based around. That could actually be something really cool. But yeah, his interactions are a little more limited there. So yeah, he's got the friendliest little wave to let everybody know that everything's okay.
He's just adorable, and like you can hear him just like like that would be like the way how like for kids, because a lot of kids wouldn't get the whole fully not being able to talk things sometimes, especially little ones. That would be a way to be able to incorporate the little ones just by him making like those little noises. Like, you ever watch Land Before Time?
Oh, long time ago.
Been a while,
Remember
yeah.
you remember Spike, the one out of all of them that didn't talk?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Ducky, the little yappy one, like found him, and so you had the little yappy one that never shut up, and then you had the one that's just like, I'm gonna go eat, and that's all I can do in this show. I got this.
Yeah.
Like that would be him, but I guess I get that vibe from him of Spike a lot because I own all 14 Land Before Time movies, even though they stopped being good after like 4.
Okay.
I mean, that's dedication now, right?
But Spike was that character. Cool, calm, docile. And then I think like Ducky got injured in one of them and Spike lost it.
Mhm.
And you're just like, my bad, dude. Nah, we cool.
Yeah.
No. But no, and seriously, one, finding out that this is the first comic that you've done, Nate, fantastic job.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like, I know I'm on this scene right here, but like the way that, the way that you drew this, you can actually see in your mind exactly this being animated and the way how it would move and run. And that's a really good job. So kudos to you.
Thanks. Yeah. Another instance, I think, where it's been great having Lee as like a, writing partner, comic partner in this. Because he did Rock of Pages, which I know you talked to him on the podcast before about.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he hooked me up with a book. I think it's Understanding Comics by Scott McCloud.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, one of the greatest resources. I hung on to it for way too long. Like Lee was nice and let me borrow it, and then I just kept it for like, I don't know, 2 years or something.
Did you ever get it back, Lee?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I did give it back.
You probably did.
I think, yeah, like on Christmas or something, I put it in with your actual gift or something.
That
Wait. You do that?
Yeah.
I do that. Like anything that no one retrieves before Christmas gets wrapped up here. Here's your Christmas present.
Right.
Take it home.
Yeah. But yeah, if anybody out there is interested in just understanding more about why comics are the way they are, and because I mean, you can read comics and understand it for sure, but yeah, drawing is a whole different animal.
Mhm.
No pun intended. Yeah, him just walking through how all the elements stack up, and it was just such a good read, such a good experience reading that.
Mhm.
So yeah, stuff that's always in my mind when I'm laying out the pages, and then I'll run thumbnails by Lee, and I'm surprised he can tell what some of them are. And yeah, it's a really great back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you take like this here, okay, the very first, like this is like the very first bit of the comic that I've ever seen right here. And I'm reading it and I'm like, okay, either A, this person is carrying something and is weak, or they've been injured and they're weak, just by the way that you have like the snow coming off of their foot because they're not making those nice clean steps like they should. Like it's little details like that you can actually tell. And then you know that this, and then because you don't see who the person is, you're kind of guessing as to where this is going, but you know you're about, and then you go into the flashback. So it's got that very animated style that you would get in a movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You get the quick backtrack, like the intro in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Right. Yeah.
Really good examples what I could come up with. And then you come here and then you're confirmed, oh, she's carrying this little one. They're obviously they're wounded, they're going to die. They see someone that they could give. And then you have like, I love the fact that the dad's like, what the hell is that? And why is it at my doorstep? Where all the girls are like, oh no. And then this symbol, which obviously like I said, I haven't, no, shut up, phone. I haven't read the comic, but I'm guessing the symbol is of some type of importance.
It might be.
I don't know. I may have read a few comics, watched some shows before. This has to mean something.
Yeah.
And then boom, that's it. And of course, I love the fact that this scene here you can look at this scene here. You know who's concerned. You know who does not care a bit.
Mhm.
So when you get to this scene here, who's the one still standing there going, "Oh no, not again"? Why do these people always have to drop off their little ones at my door? Really? Come on now. Well, everybody else is like, "Oh, the baby," and you know that because their instinct is they hear. You can see the child is crying.
Yeah.
So their instinct is to run to it, and Dad's going, "Oh no, another mouth to feed. I am not working triple shifts. This isn't happening." Like there's so much going in there, and even though some people will be like, "Oh, but it's so simple," but it's not.
Yeah.
Because of all the little details, and you, like I said, one of the reasons why I like guys like you and other independent creators is because you guys have a passion, something that you don't see in a lot of the mainstream comics anymore.
Right. Nobody's paying us to do this. Like, we do it and then we say, "Please buy this."
Right.
It's not just a job. Like, it's 100% passion.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I still have a regular job that has to pay for everything, and
Right.
so and I get that. And I mean, and don't ever get a creator like us wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, we would love to be able to do stuff like this as our careers. It would be great. But we also live within the reality that it doesn't always happen, but we continue doing it because we have a love and a passion for it. And I think that really shows in the works that you guys create. I saw it in your rocks of pages. I see it when I go to the show and I see your guys' artworks, or you guys do commissions, and how you really want to, make that person happy with the commission that you're doing, and that speaks volumes versus, you could have somebody really famous and they could like draw a line and sign it. They're like, "Oh my God, it's the greatest thing." What is it?
Right.
Yeah.
Versus you watch Nate and Lee and they're like, "Okay, I gotta," and I want them to, and like you guys sit there and you sketch and you think, and it's like, okay, you ask a little bit of details. What do you want them to look like? How do you want them posed? Things like that. And it shows not only do you have respect for your craft, but for the people who have shown interest in your craft as well. And again, that speaks volumes for both of you guys as creators.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. One thing I did want to mention, if you scroll back up, you were talking about the opening to Avatar, The Last Airbender. Have you seen Beast Wars? Or do you remember Beast Wars?
Yes.
So my inspiration for this flashback, if you remember in the show, anytime they showed them like on Cybertron or before they had their beast modes, it was always like real stark shadows, so you couldn't exactly see them. And that was my inspiration that I guided Nate to for the flashback scenes.
I know you kept telling me like, no, it needs more black. It needs more shadows.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to exactly see what's going on or who these people are.
Yeah.
But you know what? But again, even when you did that, you still made sure something was very prominent in one of the scenes, the wolf.
Yeah.
That's true.
And like you said, they've lost their magic, and your main character deals with the conflict of he was raised by sheep, he's actually a carnivore, he's got these instincts without magic. They've gone kind of a little bit more animalistic a little bit, and that's like the rage and the war within himself signified right there that no one, until they actually can learn to meet him, if they go back and reread. And that's what I really think is going to be cool about this is once I actually get to read the entire thing, I like rereading series like these because I'm going to be able to see details like that I didn't catch the first time. And I think that's really brilliant that you foreshadowed it. And if people haven't gone back and reread it, they haven't even seen it yet or watched this show yet.
I will say, I mentioned it was going to be 6 issues. All the 6 issues that were written before we started doing artwork on them. So everything is planned out. The foreshadowing is intentional, like you mentioned.
Right. Yeah. We're not gonna
We're not
surprise.
winging
Yeah. And then try and tie things back at the end or whatever. Yeah.
Nate did it on purpose. He wanted his facial features of the wolf more exposed.
Yeah. No, I think it's funny you mentioned that. Like, I love those like art versus artists. If you ever see those trending, and like, yeah, like everyone's art kind of looks like them in a way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if it was intentional here.
I want to say it's intentional. Like you said, art is an expression of them.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be bits and pieces of themselves within the character, whether they realize it or not, either a facial feature, maybe the way they dress, even maybe some of their mannerisms. Some of your personality goes into any bit, whether it's comics,
Right.
movies, music, doing what I do. A little bit of your personality seeps into it, but that gives it that uniqueness, that individualness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
It's your voice.
because right,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is my
And, Nate, I don't know if this is what you do, but I use myself as reference all the time too.
Oh yeah.
Actual.
Yeah. You've
and
got
then
to.
again, here's the covers,
Yes.
which again, let me go down and just show off some of these characters. Like I don't know about you guys, but I watch enough cartoons that I can hear each and every one of these. Well, except for you, I can hear each and every one of these voices.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've definitely got a voice for each of them in my head. I don't know that I could describe them. I definitely can't. My vocal range is limited. But
I mean,
yeah.
Rock has to have that main character dude voice. He just has to.
Yeah.
Ari has to have the love interest girl next door, but I'm totally going to be able to kick your butt, and is going to constantly butt heads with Rock.
Totally kick your butt. That's right.
Totally good.
Juna is the little baby sister. People don't really know much about her, but she's hiding the little secret. By the way, I do want to point out that I have not read the comics. I'm pointing this out right now. I haven't read the comics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tekos, the big, strong, burly dude who does the talk. Vespa, she's the badass. And I love the fact that it's a female.
Yeah.
This is like Evil Lynn just kicked Skeletor out and now she's in charge. And Mortak, there's a lot to him. Due to the fact that it just says mysterious hunter who is tracking our heroes. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember to be the spirit of death himself. The fact that it's mysterious and rumored, he is his own enigma himself.
Yeah.
And can go one of three ways. And I'm really interested in seeing which way you guys choose.
Yeah, I think you're going to be very excited to see where it goes.
Yeah.
So, how close am I with these characters, by the way?
It's pretty close.
Yeah. Very close.
I would say the one thing that stood out to me a little bit, Ari is very much like, in my mind, she's like Wonder Woman. She's like the like got it together, like leader, badass woman type.
Yeah. Yeah, she's one of the few who knows what she's doing,
That's true.
or at least on the hero side.
Yeah.
She
Vespa
seems to be
definitely
like,
has a plan.
I'm the trained one. I'm the, I got my stuff together. I'm going to be the leader. You all need to listen to me. Rock, what are you doing? No, Rock. Oh my God. And then you can see the two just going, and the sparks flying. And it's just like, you two are so pig-headed and stubborn and not realizing that both of you have to be right. And this is what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I can see that happening.
And another thing we wanted to do with Ari, so, typically the lion is the king of the animal kingdom, right? The flip we wanted to do with this is that she is trying to fill that role. Like, her family once ruled the animal kingdom, and now she's trying to like pick up the pieces and save the world. And we just thought it'd be interesting to do it as a female lion rather than the male lion type.
Actually, so I've told you guys this before. I worked at a zoo for 15 years.
Which is awesome, by the way.
What I think personally, for me, as a person who knows about animals and animal kingdoms, having the female lion is actually a better idea. Because the male lion is actually very lazy and the female does all the work anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
The females are the hunters. But yeah, the male lions I think are more iconic just because of the mane.
Yeah.
So
Big
yeah,
deal. So they have hair.
right. Which yeah, I know is something in a lot of anthropomorphic stories. Like you'll see the female character just suddenly has hair, no matter what species they are. So that was something we really wanted to avoid. It's fun with Juna because being a sheep, like all the sheep kind of have fun, goofy, curly hair. But yeah, Ari's just nice and short.
I'm telling you, Juno may be a sheep, but she ain't completely sheepish. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That was actually one when we were developing the personalities. That was originally she was going to be like a sheep character, and then that just didn't work. Her personality took a different direction once we started actually getting it figured out.
Yeah,
again, and like I said, I haven't read the comics, and this is all the description that I've gotten of these guys. Rock, a wolf who is raised by sheep. Rock struggles to reconcile with his wild instincts with his civilized upbringing. But he always wants to do the right thing. He's going to be your main protagonist. He cares a lot about Juna because that's his little baby sister, and he's going to be big brother to her. And none of that's in there. But you can see it right here.
Yeah.
All right, a lion who's been tasked to assemble a group of warriors to aid her on her quest to save Metazoa, and you can tell her she ain't gonna be taking no shit from anybody.
Right.
You don't bring none, there won't be none.
Yeah, she's very much on a mission.
Yeah.
This is my goal. This is my destiny. I'm going to get to it. And like I said, you could just see her and Rock. You know, they will either be a love interest or best friends in the end of it, but they're gonna bump heads along the way a lot.
Yeah. One of the I had like character archetypes sort of in my head for each one of them, but sort of the Wolverine Cyclops dynamic was in my head with Rock and Ari.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It really does. That works. Or that the one where and this is just because I've watched so many things.
Yeah.
The dude, the girl, they don't quite get along at first. Find out they're way too much alike, and it's just like, wait. We talked a little about Juna, a sheep who's secretly collecting spells and convinced she will be supreme sorcerer. Oh, good. It's Dr. Juna. If she could just figure out how they work. Comment. Oh, my bad. Y'all okay over there? No one knows. So no one. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna go over here. Wasn't me. I was a sheep. I mean, like, this would be a great line. Wasn't me. Look at me. I'm just a sheep. Tech goes, a tortoise who's trained to make weapons out of anything. This gentle giant would rather spend his days tinkering and smelling the flowers. Right on the nose. And just, her, sick of being at the bottom of the food chain. She has declared herself queen. You could tell she's had enough.
Yeah.
Whatever set her off, she went from okay. I said okay, and she got set off. She went off the deep end, and now everybody's gonna have to pay.
That's about right. Yeah.
And when I think it, like I said, that's why I absolutely, Nate, I cannot compliment your artwork enough. That's how well this is done. Is someone like me. I can't tell you, oh, well, your strokes are this. No, I could tell you from a fan point of view of someone who appreciates the works of comics, because I don't know what it takes to make a comic. I read them. That's it.
Yeah.
I read them and I get to interview really cool people like you. That's my experience of comics.
It's a lot.
But I don't want to hear, oh, well, the strokes were this and da-da-da. How is the story, the artwork, and are the characters cool? The answer to it is yes, and oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And that really speaks volumes. Now, one of the cool things about your Kickstarter, if there are people out there who are like me, who has not been able to read the rest of the comics, you do have within here pledges that people could actually get the series.
Yeah, that's right. The entire series is available either digital or in print. And then we also have a tier just for the first issue if somebody's new to the series and just wants to try it out without committing to all 4 issues.
Right.
By the way, you guys should just make that a badge. Just saying.
Yeah, would be cool. We've got a little Tekos pin as one of the options there.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's so cute. And that's gorgeous, by the way.
I did a variant cover, so that's my art for anybody who hasn't seen my art. But yeah, I did a variant of Juna. I did a version of Rock and Ari for previous issues also. And it was really interesting drawing in like characters Nate designed in my style. So it's been a fun challenge to do.
Yeah, we'll toss a little art gallery in the back of each book and a little teaser for the next book.
No. Sorry, that's Lieutenant Savick.
Some of the other fun art gallery pages.
Like the total ticker. And so here's the thing. So when I was watching this, and by the way, I haven't actually scrolled through everything yet. So this is first time of me looking at the stickers. I didn't realize she was going to be that small.
Oh yeah, they're with some flexibility. They're about the size of like proportionally how animals are in real life.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a lion is bigger than a wolf, so Ari's bigger than Rock, and so on. So we made Vespa a little bit bigger than a real hornet, but she's
just
still...
so you can see her.
So you can see her, so you could get that expression in and things like that. Which totally, creative control. You're allowed to do stuff like that. It is your creation.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm working on this, I've always got a page pulled up that's just like animal size comparison to human, and then I know like where Rock is on that scale. I know where Ari is on that scale, and then everything else is just like, oh, so that's how big an alligator is compared to a human. So then they'd be taller than Ari. So okay, I know roughly where to put them in this.
Trust me, I know how big an alligator is compared to a human. I've had one attached to my leg, so.
Yikes!
Have I not shown you that before, Nate?
No.
Okay, remind me at Gym City to show you my leg. I got bit by an alligator.
Oh,
there's a huge scar on my leg. Remind me to show you that someday.
That's crazy.
I also love the fact that the designs of the clothes, especially like the main 3 here, I'm pointing at my screen like you can see me pointing at my screen. Here, let me 1, 2, 3. Kind of expresses, exactly who they are. She's wearing a lot of wool as a sheep.
Right.
But it's also little baby sister / girl next door. Look at me, I'm innocent, but am I really?
Yeah. And then a little bit of Jubilee in there was part of the.
But
the goggles.
Again, Jubilee was very girl next door.
Little sister.
Little sister.
Yeah.
Here you got Rock. He's all like, America, yeah. But the clothes actually do fit not just the characters and the personalities, but where they're from. Like if they were actual animals. Ari's clothes represents where she lives in Africa. Wolves are mainly known for America, and that's a very American-looking outfit that he's wearing. And I think that was a brilliant choice on you guys' part.
Yeah, I'm also impressed. Like the same as you picked out all their character types. Like, that is something I'm always researching when I'm designing a new character. It's like, okay, geographically, where are they from? And then kind of like, what's the history of that place? What does it look like? Because, there's also like, there's no motorized vehicles. There's no laser guns or anything. Like everything's kind of, there's no like time period, but like technology is kind of cut off at it.
You mean that's not a laser gun right there?
No, it's a stick.
it's stick.
Yeah. So, and then like looking at like, all right, so like historically, what were like African staffs like? And I'll see different cool things, and then I don't want to take anything directly because like this isn't Earth, it's Metazoa, and yeah, so it's just kind of like pulling inspiration from these different areas, and like that's also been really fun to look at and figure that out.
And it wasn't like I purposely ignored his outfit, but I mean he's got a shell.
Yeah,
he's good.
He's got trunks.
He's got some pants. He's got a little shoulder thing, which looks like he was just like, piece of metal, looks good there. Like, but he's a turtle slash tortoise. Well, he's a tortoise actually. If you actually look at him, he's definitely a tortoise, not a turtle. He's got his shell. He's good.
Yeah.
I'm Tank. Me good.
Right.
I wear pants because this is kid friendly.
Absolutely.
And I do want to say one thing on the, you mentioned it's kid friendly. It's absolutely true. We say it's all ages. But we do say all ages as a positive thing. Like adults will like it. It's very much inspired by the types of cartoons, movies that were around the 80s when we were kids.
Yeah.
So it's nothing graphic. There's no language, but there is a little bit of violence and there is a little bit of like scary situations. So I think kids can definitely handle it, but it's not watered down or anything.
Yeah.
No. And I mean, look at the stuff we watched as kids.
Yeah, we turned out fine, right?
Fine, ish. No.
Yeah.
By the way, who did this cover?
That one was me.
That is gorgeous.
Thank
that is
you.
A tattoo.
Yeah.
That's a tattoo.
Yeah, so most of the stuff I draw is very cartoony, very illustrative. And then I don't know how many years ago I started getting into geometric art and just having a fun time with that. And then we were trying to think of like, all right, what's a third, like a cover C option? And yeah, Lee actually suggested that I try one of rock like this. Yeah, I almost
You should get yourself tattooed on your arm.
Yeah.
Like it's absolutely gorgeous. It really is.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, like that just stands out.
And then yeah, Lee did a fun riff on the WYLD logo, making it geometric for that one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I want this. Give me.
You can have it for the low price of $35.
And you get the comic.
And a PDF of the comic too. Look at that.
But I want this. Like that. I'm a sucker for black and white stuff. I really am. I don't know why. I'm a sucker for it.
Yeah, and it looked really cool.
And I need to get, and I'm going to have to give me one of these too.
Yeah, they're great shirts. I debated like, is it too on the nose to wear this? I was like,
No, at least you're promoting it. Lee's like, and I like DC. No.
Yeah. And, I do have a WYLD shirt. I didn't wear it. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
I normally wear a shirt that says AGP, but it's like 90 degrees in this office, and no, it's long sleeved. No.
Ooh, yeah, that's too much.
Well, the apartment, the air conditioner is behind that wall and behind that wall. How does it get in here? Because it's not central air; they're window units.
Yeah.
Right, but at least you're sitting in front of a bright light.
But no, the shirt, I absolutely love the shirt. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of that anime style to it.
Yeah.
I can see like a little. It looks like a anime logo, like right at the beginning of like the show, and I like that. It's really cool looking.
Thanks.
And then there's some of the other works.
Yeah,
We've talked about Rocks of Pages. I haven't. We gotta talk about Alter Ego next time you're on.
Yeah, we will.
Yes.
No, I did a Kickstarter for that in November, and I just wasn't prepared. I mean, I was prepared for the Kickstarter. I wasn't prepared to promote it. But
Obviously, because I didn't get a call.
yeah, absolutely. Next time I will.
And then, those are the prints are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we made some character highlight prints.
And then we each did an original art piece. Nate's has been claimed, which is great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see this.
I was excited about that.
That's
So
not
thank
mine.
you.
That's not that.
And then
That is
So up for grabs.
badass.
Yeah.
Holy.
Like I could say it about all the characters, but Mortak is very fun to draw because he's just pure evil. Like he's just such a dark character, and you can do like all the great like I don't know, just he's such a creep. He's such a freak.
Yeah.
He looks like Skeletor on a really bad day after He-Man smashed his head with the sword and then woke up just like, I will kill everything.
Yeah.
I am not in the mood. The first person to even go, morning is dead.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it.
Oh my gosh. I know that's definitely Nate right there, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's so hot.
Well,
That is a sexy Gambit, Nate.
Yeah, I mean that's
Really
part of the
good.
fun of Gambit too, right? He's so over the top, just like he's the coolest dude in the room, no matter what room he's in.
You know what? I'm definitely that person. The whole growing up, the whole Rogue and Gambit thing was like my favorite.
Yeah.
Forget all the rest of the triangle, Wolverine, Cyclops, and Cheap, right?
Exactly.
Who cares? I'm gonna never hit Rogue and Gambit.
Yeah.
He didn't care.
Boring,
That's
like,
all.
Rogue
Come
is
on,
awesome.
sugar. Just go ahead and let me forget everything. Take away my memories. Go ahead and kill me. I'll die for that one kiss. And she's just like, I will beat the lovely snot out of you. I loved them. They were such great characters.
Yeah. It was a good dynamic for sure.
Let's see. We got Nate. We got Lee. I don't know. Are your guys' art styles any different? Just tell. That is, but I loved that series where Rogue's like in the wild. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, Savage Lands. Yeah.
Oh, guys, job well done on these. Seriously.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
It's a lot of work, but I think it definitely all came together.
The team, writer, Lee, the artist, Nate. What do? They go to the extreme to bring you the wild. Sorry. Come on, you grew up in the same time age. I'm sure everybody had to make fun of you at that point at some point. Come on. Everything had an X. Everything was extreme. Extreme chewing gum. Extreme dreams. Extreme
It was all
walking.
Mountain Dew and Doritos.
Oh my God.
Snowboarding,
The X Games, they're extreme.
X Games, yeah. Or the XFL. Remember that?
Oh my God, the XFL. So of course, guys, one thing that, when it comes to Kickstarters and stuff like that, we always know that not everybody can pledge, especially, we all understand that everybody goes through hard times. But if you could at least tell people about this, whether they're fans of things like the old cartoons of like Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, things like that, that would be, they would be interested in it. Or people who have kids and maybe they're finding a comic, that's a great way to introduce their kids into comics. This is a great comic. And if you want the simple, easy, direct link, if you're in the chat right now, because I see some of you guys watching, you can just click on that and it'll take you to it. And if not, you are looking for the WYLD, WYLD. By the way, I love the way how you spell that.
Yeah. Y's are cool too.
X's and Y's, yeah.
And I'm going to pop the name up here just so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see it. But there it is. The WYLD. Ambush at Death Gorge. Make sure that you go over there. Take a look at all the different rewards. As you can see, I already backed this project. Why is it saying back this? Oh, because I'm not logged in. It's like, I backed this. I backed this and I know I did. So, no. I know I did. Nice try.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it, and like you said at the beginning, we have met the goal, so we're locked in. We're just working on stretch goals now. Anybody who wants to join, it's just more free stuff for everybody else. If you're unable to pledge at this time, any shares, likes, retweets, all greatly appreciated.
Oh yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
Oh, I'm going back to it. I just had to log in. I didn't want anybody to see my login information. See, manage my pledge. I backed it.
Nice. Woo-hoo. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, we definitely appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, like I told you, as soon as I saw it, I want the links and stuff like that so I can help promote it. But of course, obviously, I went in and I just typed in Lee's name to find it originally. Yeah. And I instantly thought, like I said, guys, I haven't read this comic, any of them. I'm already in love with this series.
It's pretty good.
And if Lee and Nate do not take care of me at Gym City this year, we're going to have issues.
We will be the easiest guest this year.
Yeah.
We're definitely looking forward to it.
No, seriously. I'm excited for this. I'm really happy. Again, I cannot recommend this enough. There's something amazing about something. If I haven't even read it, and I'm already telling you, dude, I need this. Mm-hmm. I have to have this. And you all need to have this too. So, now, guys, where can they find you on top of other stuff so they can maybe contact you guys for commissions or anything?
Sure. I mean, I think we're on all the main social medias. I'm Lee Xopher on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt. Anything else I'm not on that I should be, let me know.
No, he's pretty much everywhere. And yeah, if you type that in, you are going to find it. And Nate is the same thing.
I'm Nate Xopher everywhere.
Yeah. This is something that I am going to, again, compliment both of you. So many people have so many stupid names, and I can't find them because I'm trying to find names, and they're like, my name is Hubert with 2 Y's and a T that are silent. No. You are a creator. Use your name so I can find you. It's so much easier. And Lee and Nate went, yeah, Lee Xopher and Nate Xopher on everything. So you can literally type in their names and you're going to find them. And they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on Twitter, and they're absolutely amazing. And if you look, Nate actually does have his wolf self as his avatar.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry. I look, don't get me wrong. I realize Core has a name, but he's now Nate. He's become Nate.
Yeah. So you definitely know it's me if he's got Rock the Wolf as a profile picture.
If Rock's there,
you're in the right place.
AKA Nate the Wolf. And Lee is actually using what I showed you earlier with his alternate version of the comic for the cover.
Yeah.
That is actually his avatar right now on all of his social media. So you'll know that you're in the right place when you find those.
Yeah.
Which again, I appreciate that not only are your names easy to find, but you guys changed all of your avatars to match exactly what's going on too.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You guys actually are really smart at being able to promote your brands, except for not calling me in November about your Kickstarter. All right, guys. Well, is there anything else that you guys want to say about this?
No, I mean, I think we're just really excited. We're grateful for the support we've got so far, and we hope to keep pushing to get more stretch goals.
Yeah.
And right now we have the bookmarkers unlocked, right?
Yep. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so we do have others planned for other tiers that we hit. Like Lee said, we hit our goal, so we're locked in. The book is happening. It's going to get printed. Should also mention the artwork is already done for it. So there's no worries about like, okay, this gets funded and then I need 3 more months to draw the last 15 pages and whatever. We're good to go. We're excited to get this out there. This is the most exciting project I'm working on. So,
So I'm going to put this out there to all of you guys. I'm pledged. See, my selection. It includes all stretch goal rewards that are unlocked. I need all of you out there to help me because I want this. I want the postcard.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
So, regardless of whether Lee and Nate want your money, I want you to give them your money so I can have a postcard.
Yes. A postcard, guys. Come on.
I need a postcard. Dude, it just looks, oh my gosh, it would look so cool in my bedroom because my bedroom is set up as a jungle.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
It has vines.
So cool.
It has vines all over the ceiling and comes down along the walls. And all of my stuffed animals are like either if they're birds or something, they hang up there. So it would just look really cool in there. And then all of the stuff that from my days as a zookeeper is in there. So
that's awesome.
It would look really cool. It would look really cool in like a little. Most people buy picture frames to put pictures of their families in them. I buy picture frames to put a bunch of the postcards that I get from Kickstarters and my friends in them. And I just want to put it in a frame. How many frames do you have? A lot. How many family members do you have? I didn't put family members in there. I put postcards from Kickstarters in there.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
It's an easy framing job that you could get for $1. So yes.
Yeah.
But no, guys, thank you so much for reaching out to me and bringing this to my attention.
Yeah, and thanks for having us on here. It's been a lot.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
I cannot wait to get my hands on this. I mean, you can tell how stoked I am, right?
Oh yeah.
Give. I'm like a kid. I'm like, give. Just give it. But of course, as always, everybody, I want to thank everybody who was there watching because I still see you. Thank you guys so very much for giving support over to AGP. Make sure that you check out Lee and Nate Xopher. Sorry, I just have to. Like I said, they're on Instagram, they're on Twitter, they're on Facebook. Go check them out, follow them. They're going to be at the Gem City Comic-Con this year, so you'll be able to head over there. That's going to be on July 23rd and 24th at the Dayton Convention Center in Dayton, Ohio. They do commissions, but I'm going to tell you this. Don't wait to go to the show to get the commission. Reach out to them because commissions they go fast, and there's only so much time on the weekends to be able to do so many commissions. So if you're wanting something that is absolutely stellar that one of these two can do, you want to get a hold of them as soon as possible for that. On that note, don't forget, guys, if you need more AGP in your life, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. AGP has a Reddit, and don't forget to check out all of our edited videos over on YouTube. On that note, I want to thank my guests, Lee and Nate. You guys are amazing and talented, and thank you so much for giving me something else to completely obsess over.
Yeah.
And of course, on that note, y'all ready to say goodnight?
Yeah, it's been a blast. See you, everybody.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye.